Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. It's your boy, Gresh.
I'm like Mello when I shoot, I don't miss. Yeah, they better check my stats, call me Chris. Yeah, I ain't fly, but I'm known to whip that trick. Real quick, dog, let me talk my ish. 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 Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed. If I could be serious for a minute, my Twitter is never timid. Ain't wrestling is for who? No chill, Mr. No Limit. I'm back on my grind, baby. I'm back in my bag lately. My mama ain't raising food. Pray for me, don't ever play me. Like Triple H in his prime, it's my time. You never could write me off. I make dollars on my dime. I've been a draw, a charisma that you can't ignore. Ain't nobody messing with my clique. That's the metaphor. I'm like Mello when I shoot, I don't miss. Yeah, they better check my stats, call me Chris. Yeah, I ain't fly, but I'm known to whip that trick. Real quick, dog, let me talk my ish. 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 Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed. It's still eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Try to violate my peace, and I'm quick to hit delete. Got a V trigger coming for you, Twitter typing tough guys. Dealing with the real deal, now you better recognize. I'm tired of being humble, but they can't knock me out. Wreck everyone and leave, this what it's all about. I'm the man around here, yeah, I'm meant to prove it. They said it's ludicrous, I said they better move it. There's main event in my name, look how I'm getting these gains. I'm up, while they down, this ain't a game, it's just me, oos. Day one from the jump, but I'm still born a king. Top rope, took my bump, straight to the facts. I don't need a filler, a true cerebral assassin, and ain't nobody realer. It's deeper than the name, I'm such a walking brand. Don't need a cheap pop, but they don't understand. Oh, you think you know me? Then you should readdress. Top guys out, Hall of Fame, what we doing next? Yeah. I'm like Mello when I shoot, I don't miss. Yeah, they better check my stats, call me Chris. Yeah, I ain't fly, but I'm known to whip that trick. Real quick, dog, let me talk my ish. 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 Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh. Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh.
We out. Y'all be breezy.
Oh, what up, y'all?
Hey.
Officially, we live, baby. My guy. Oh, my guy Graham is chilling in the background. He is chilling like I've ever.
Oh my! Thank you for the invite. I appreciate y'all. What's going on with y'all, gentlemen? You feel me?
You know, we had to extend the invite to the family. You know what we do.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So had to finally, even though it's post show, but because we know Tuesdays at 10 p.m. is hard for a lot of people, so we gotta try to get these post shows and random link ups when we can, because you know how it is, man.
You know.
Cars in by that time. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday night.
You like Tuesday night? Ooh, like God. You know how many people be like, hey, I want to hop on your show. When y'all go live? Tuesdays at 10:15. Ooh, can we do any? Can we do any other day? I'm like,
my show. You said you want to be on my show.
Exactly, like, because I know I got the segment where I used to do the one-on-one interviews, but it's like, man, come on, man. I gotta hop in the vibe with us. Like, it ain't a long show if you don't make it a long show. That's all it is. But how's life been treating y'all, respectively?
Yeah. Smooth on this end, my guy. You already know, man. One day at a time.
One day at a time. Life be lifing. That's all I could. I hate that we made that a term, but that explains life a lot. Life be lifing.
Life be life.
All
right. Same on this end. You know what I'm saying? I'm just cool, and everything is in motion. Everything is in alignment. I think. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm alive, you feel me? I think the wheels are still turning. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Hey, over here, like, I outside of blocking the fuck in the gym, I'm doing my thing, refocusing content wise, doing like what brought me to the dance is no longer my desires, so it's like I gotta improvise and refocus and reroute myself. Outside of that, yeah.
I see you going crazy with workouts. You put the weed down. You feel me?
Yeah, it was slowing me down a little bit. It felt good for the moment, but it was slowing me down.
Fire.
But put it this way, I put it down. I tell people this all the time. I say I put it down, and I don't crave it. But I'm not saying, hey, if someone is right next to me and say, hey, you want to hit this? I will. I'm like, I'm not going to say no. What I look like saying no? But I'm just not going out of my way to get it no more like I used to, because I used to crave the hell out of that shit. Like, craved it more than I ain't crave food. Now I crave food more than I crave anything else. So
it's good that you're moving beyond that, brother.
Yeah, and I'm literally, because this month is over practically. I'm literally about to enter my 30s next month in October. So gotta line everything right. But I guess we can go ahead and kill this music, because we here to talk about Bash in Berlin, and we got enough people in here so I can press the proverbial button and hit the actual intro and go crazy. So
let's get it.
Never mind. I lied. We gotta give before we go live, we gotta give our respects to the loss. First off, we forgot Tuesday. So first off, we gotta give respect to Sid Vicious. Rest in peace to the legendary Sid Vicious. And this just happened, so it's kind of rough a little bit musically, because we always do music up in here. But rest in power to Fat Man Scoop. That one, I'm like, man. Had to give love to him. Like, we out here talking about music. We do music songs of the week. There's a few times that his song was my song of the week. Like anything with him, like Drop, Timbaland, Fat Man School. Like, bro, that's in my gym playlist left and right. Like, it literally is like the second or third song on my playlist. I'd be like, Fat Man School. I'm like, yo, who gonna tell the chicken heads to shut up?
You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Single lady,
I'm looking for a $20 bill.
all the chicken heads, be quiet.
Oh, man.
Well, look,
Man,
man.
rest in power to Fat Man Scoop, man.
Well, you know, I
Randy
guess
had to get a party started.
gotta get the party started, man. And I guess you know what, Gresh. I just saw this. Shout out to Twitter, but I just saw this. So I guess while we celebrating, people who lost, we might as well celebrate people that's still here. So
Mm-hmm.
happy 45th to the legend Mickey James, who turned 45 on the day. So, another year alive.
Hardcore country. Dun.
Hey, so that's at least a
Hardcore
positive
country
point.
MILF,
Hey, there you go.
as she like to say. That's what she like to call herself now. So, I mean, I get it,
I get it.
respectfully. I
Shout
get
out
it.
to
All right. Yeah. Brothers winning. Shout out to Montez Ford and Jade Cargill's husband. What's his name?
Philip.
Like, shout out to everybody's significant others. Y'all are winning in life. I respect.
100%. 100%.
Shout out to Buddy Matthews.
100%. We can't forget about that now, can we?
Shout out to everybody. I respect y'all. I love
What's
y'all.
up?
But yeah, let's go ahead and hit this. Let me go ahead. Oh, someone said, because they talking about the chat. Jay, speaking of Jay, Jay said she told the reporter she's tired of answering questions about AEW. I mean, we all are.
Oh my
That's the
God.
past.
Still asking those questions? Good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she just did the post show and they was asking about it, and then she was like, I'm tired of y'all asking me about this shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
There you go. It's been almost just about a year over. So, God.
Just like them still referencing CM Punk and Jack Perry. I'm like, let it go. But what we not about to let go? Let me go ahead and hit this intro.
Press the button.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Hero, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is a bonus edition of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities, as we are here to kick it and talk about WWE Bash in Berlin 2024. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh, and joining me as always is my main man, my right-hand man, my partner and them, Mr. Hi-Lite Real, and joining us is none other, representing the Public Enemies podcast. He is the main man of the show. He runs the franchise players over there. That's what we like to call y'all over there. He's none other than my man. Oh my God, Graham. What's good with you, brother?
Oh my God, Gresh. Oh my God, Hi-Lite Real. Salute to y'all brothers, man. I appreciate the invite. Y'all talking about I'm just chilling, I'm just cooling. It's another day. It's a sad day. First of all, they gotta do a little bit better, or at least I gotta do a little bit better. You feel me? You put down the weed, I did not. I be forgetting that when they do these shows, they do them live over there, so it's earlier than over here. So I had shit to do this morning, and I was like, oh, they already in motion. My bad. Let me let me get back in action. You feel me? I had to roll up. You feel me? And I had to, you know what I'm saying, throw that thing on. But I probably missed like the first 7 minutes. You feel me? But it was cool. I ain't watched none of the pre-show. That wasn't none of my business anyway. But yeah, salute to
Nah,
y'all.
it wasn't nobody business. Honestly, I used that to
Yeah.
do pretty much anything else. Like one thing about the pre-show. It's background noise to me. That's let me know. Like if it's on, that means like okay, it's time for me to handle some business. Let me make sure I got some food, got some grub. I ain't feel like cooking, so I had me some noodles. So I went back to my college days. So I had to put some food in my because I wake up early because the gym today for some reason opens late on Saturday. You would think they would open earlier because it's Saturday, but I get it. Friday night, once they close, they be out there partying, so they want to make sure they up and ready. I go to the gym, bump and grind, deadlift 220 pounds times 3. Some of my best work in about 6 months. And I come back, take a shower, get some grub, and I'm like, oh, it's just a kickoff. 1 p.m. When the fuck did that happen? so, so I was like, shit. All right, bet. Here we go. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let me go and lock in. So hey man, we here though. Shout out to Marie over on Twitter. She's keeping us up to date on the Bash in Berlin post show. She's saying the reporters are sloppy as hell. I mean, that's a whole nother can of worms. Are these real reporters, or are they just content creators?
Think about that. Let it marinate. Let it marinate before y'all answer that. Let it marinate.
Yeah. That's what. But what about you, Hi-Lite? We forgot this stuff was happening. But what about you? You got anything? Your day started?
Yeah, it was for the most part, I had company come over so unexpectedly, and it was one of those things, kind of entertaining.
You answered?
Well, I had no choice, So it was like, like you, entertaining company, spring cleaning, had to clean up the crib, So the post show was pretty much the pre-show was on. I'm still cleaning. By that point, step out, grab some grub, come back, show start, company's here, and I'm like, oh, hey, gotta go watch Bash in Berlin, catch y'all later, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, hey, we here, and yeah, excited to be here with my chop it up some Bash in Berlin and see what everybody else thought. You know what I mean?
Facts. Overall, what we think of the show? I thought it was pretty solid. It's. I feel like I expect these international shows to be pretty much a chill vibe, the crowd doing their thing. They was making some chants in their native tongue, and I was just like, do I need to whip out the Google Translate? Shout out to Michael Cole for translating most of what they were saying. I appreciate you. One of the chants was they say in your face. I was like, okay, cool, congratulations, I think. But other than that, yeah, I appreciate match wise.
Yes.
Yes.
In the face.
Don't you love when you hear our chants in like another language and you're like, oh, well, that was fun.
What? As long as they ain't say what, I'm cool.
True.
So, but overall, yeah, I thought it was a solid experience. Like the main event, it was your old school, basically you systematic limb targeting type beat. Michael Cole was a menace across the entire commentary the entire night. That's one thing about him. Unhinged and old man yelling in his ear. Michael Cole is best for wrestling. And as far as like overall match quality, yeah, it was like this is pretty much. I feel like WWE's in good hands when it comes to what the talent that they had on this card and beyond. Even on SmackDown, we gotta shout out Andrade and Melo for killing it again. I feel like they need to do either a rubber match or make it a best of 7 where the winner challenges LA Knight, possibly at Bad Blood in Atlanta, for the United States Championship. Like they're literally beefing over who's better. So, and what else am I? Who else will happen on that show? Yeah, pretty. Oh, Mia Yim, Meechin, Nia Jax, they killed it in the main event, the street fight. Mia Yim was basically Wayne Knight from Space Jam. After that finish, she was flat as a motherfucker. Yeah, shout out to her and Nia for killing it. Bailey's back. Yamzilla is back. So you know the whole nine. Yeah, it was a good weekend in Berlin, Germany. So, what about y'all? What y'all like the most about these shows, or this weekend? I should say.
I mean, well, yeah, you had that. Those highlights from SmackDown. You also had Kaiser getting his match against LA Knight for the US title. He was the mystery opponent, or he answered the open challenge rather. I thought that was dope. But yeah, shout out to Andrade and Mello because they hooping, they going crazy, and I appreciate it. But yeah, as far as tonight was crazy. It was a good show. It was dope. I This was the first time where we got to the actual show, and I was like, 5 matches is cool. Like, just because the flow of how they did it, you feel me? I just assumed that they was gonna stick to tag matches right in between, the singles matches and kind of have that balance, and it felt like the show flowed really well from top to bottom. Pause if necessary. I don't know.
There you go. What about you? What about you, Hi?
Yeah, man. No, I agree with both of y'all, man. I think it was a solid weekend so far. We still got NXT tomorrow, as y'all know, but the card, I felt like it was very, for the most part, predictable. As one of those predictable shows. Would have been nice to see some type of slight little, oh, didn't see that coming kind of thing. But for the most part, it was still solid, still smooth. Didn't take away from the actual show being a good show as it was, and international crowds being what we expect them to be for the most part, and making these shows that much more fun. And a lot like Graham was saying, it flowed. With the way they structured it out, everything was boom, boom, boom. Strap match might have been one of my favorites, despite the distraction of the whole light and four corners thing. Looking like stoplights and all of that. But we'll get into that as we break them down, though. But solid job from WWE this week.
But and we might as well start off with the match that opened the show, and that is for the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. The story that they was telling pretty much was, will Kevin Owens turn on Cody Rhodes should he fail, or would basically does Kevin Owens still have the killer instinct when it comes to basically winning the big one? Because it's been 8 years since he's been world champion. The last time was 2017 before he lost to Goldberg, and his last world title match was against Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble in 2023 or 23 and 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's one of them numbers. But yeah, it's been a minute. So I enjoyed this story that they was telling with him, basically where it was like, okay, he's my friend. I don't want to strike him, but I'm going to strike him. They was telling the story of the bum knee that Cody had. They told a good story in my opinion, and obviously the outcome was as expected with Cody Rhodes retaining the undisputed WWE Championship. I be wanting to say Universal Championship so bad, but it's like whatever they want to call it. What was y'all thoughts on this match?
Oof. It was a good story. For the most part, Cody selling the knee situation, like what KO pointed out in the previous promo from SmackDown. It was everything I pretty much predicted when we did our over unders, and I was like, more than likely it's gonna be that clean style win. They shake hands and stuff like that. hopefully now it leads to some kind of possible shakeup if Kevin Owens is deciding I'm no longer going to be this soft. I want to be that prize fighter KO again. That you just don't know what I'm finna do and I'm finna be reckless kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it was some hesitance there at the end of that match, man. He was almost kind of hesitant to want to shake hands with Cody and be friends again. So I'm interested to see how they continue that story, if they decide to continue it or if it just ends here and here come the bloodline again type thing. So
Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me.
Hey, Solo did say it, man. You heard the man. He said whoever I got next. So he's still in there somewhere. So that's gonna be a thing. So maybe a triple threat, maybe not. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna see.
Exactly. No pop.
I'm hoping that bloodline thing is just a little bit of misdirection, and I don't think that we're getting another match with Cody and KO, at least right now. I feel like they can push the button on the Randy Orton thing now. At least I would hope so. On like the premiere SmackDown or something like that, and then you have the opportunity to bring Roman back. Oh, I don't think he's scheduled for that show anymore. Anyway,
Nah,
the show.
yeah, I think it's weird. Like we'll see. As soon as we hear those random Jones, yeah. As soon as we hear those at the beginning,
there you go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping for, rather than another KO and Cody match, which I'd be cool with. Like I'm not against that. I just feel like I don't think KO's turning heel. I think we're gonna get a little bit more of that prize fighter Kevin Owens, but I don't think he's turning heel.
Okay.
I respect it. I like that direction because I feel like even though I love heel KO because him being a prize fighting dick is entertaining, but I feel like he's at that point in his career where he can be babyface a little bit longer and they can make it make sense. Because he's this whole basically self-aware Kevin Owens. I've been digging that he's been on because he's been self-aware. This version of him has been self-aware since the whole Elias Ezekiel gimmick.
Yeah.
So, and then they just let it grow and grow and grow. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
I will say I would like to see KO before you go, Gresh. I'm sorry. I would like to see
you
KO
good.
win somebody's main championship. Because the thing that he pointed out was how a lot of people were saying, like, oh, well, you only won it because of Triple H. And he hasn't really had a true opportunity since then. And I would like to see him truly win it on his own with no shenanigans, no nothing. So whether it's whoever beats Cody, because I'm assuming he's not going to be the one to beat Cody, but whoever beats Cody and then he gets his opportunity and beats them or something, or dare I say, if they have no other plans with Gunther, if he finds his way over there and beats him, I don't know, something. But I would like to see it with him before he calls it a career.
What if they do like a draft again? When did they did the draft? Was it October of last year?
Nah, it was like
around Mania.
Mania.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's gonna be a minute before, because I feel like it's a point where I feel like they need to shake up the world titles.
A little lacking.
I feel like they need the world title scenes need to be shaken up just a little bit. Because it feels like it's either Cody goes after this person, or the bloodline. It's like I feel like I think my gripe is I think I need Cody and the bloodline to be separate for a little bit. Yeah. On separate shows. Like just go you go over here and you go over here. Like let's do that.
You know what's crazy about that?
What's that?
Cody and the bloodline have only been on the same show for like 4 months.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
He's been on Raw otherwise the whole time he's been there. And it just feels like forever.
Man.
SmackDown, because I like what Dennis said on YouTube. He said SmackDown doesn't have enough heels. And I'm like, this is true. It's like they don't have enough heels. It's either their only heels I feel like right now are the bloodline or Legado del Fantasma, but I feel like they have to build Santos up to challenge Cody, because right now he's pretty much just chilling in the mid card, or the lower mid card at that. Like, he's not even going after the U.S. title no more. He had that match with LA Knight, and that's it. He's just chilling.
Yeah, and I mean,
He's beefing with Team Invisible Follicle.
Yeah, exactly. And you got Melo, but we know he's still just kind of being built up in that main mid card level for right now. But at some point, he will be ready for the main event scene, because we know they had great chemistry when they ran it on his rookie debut, if you will. So, man,
So it's looking like the next bet is Randy Orton after he turns heel, because they, even at the press conference, they basically asked Cody about Randy eyeing his title before he went after Gunther, and Cody kind of brushed past it, kind of like saying, "Yeah, I noticed it, but I don't want to harp too much on it." So I could see them probably revisiting that, if not Bad Blood, Survivor Series probably. So that probably is the misdirect with the Bloodline, saying, "Oh, it's gonna be the Bloodline," because they basically said after this match, Cody needs all the friends he can get. So have Randy come back, help Cody, and then in turn on him out of jealousy, because he's like, "You won the title. My protege won the world title, but I failed to win the world title." Some shit like that. So, but yeah. So yeah, basically they need the men's world title on SmackDown needs some assistance. So because I feel like the only reason why they did Gunther versus Orton because of the whole screwy finish at King of the Ring. That's pretty much it. And they got a solid they got a great main event out of it, in my opinion. So the next match we got is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Do they even have a team name? Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair? Like,
That's it.
That's it.
Team Superwomen versus the Unholy Union for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I enjoyed this match for the most part. It was a few moments where I was you can kind of tell that they was kind of trying to figure out where this part of the match was supposed to go, but it's not going to take away from the fact that it was actually still a solid match. They have solid chemistry to me. I don't know what I expected. It's like every time I see Jade Cargill, I be expecting more like I be anticipating, I should say, Jade Cargill with the hot tag, because it's like every time she hit that hot tag, it's like that level increases to the next level, to where it's like, yo, this is actually she stepped into that gear. Like, she just recently won her 100th match on this past weekend at the live event, so she's actually still pretty young in her career. She, in my opinion, I feel like I know a lot of people, I'm gonna ask this question in a second, but I know a lot of people want to see Jade and Bianca feud, but I feel like this tag team has pretty much helped Jade get into that next gear as far as like being comfortable in that ring. Like, you can tell that she was comfortable. She was trying her best to basically add to what Bianca brings to the table. And then they had great opponents in Alba Fire and Aladon, respectfully. So I loved it. Obviously, our girls won, but what did y'all think about this match?
Go ahead, bro.
Listen, after they did that little promo and the little vignette on SmackDown, I was like, ain't no way. Like, I already, like, I was feeling like, listen, like, I love Jade and Bianca, but like, just for the health of the division overall, I was okay with them losing this match too. You feel me? But to keep it a bean, this is the best opportunity for them to get them on all brands, while you got all of the Raw, SmackDown, NXT. It's all going to be on USA. You got the season premieres coming up. You're going to want to make a big splash leading into SmackDown being on USA now. Do you feel me? So I'm with that. I just want goddamn, look at that ass. I just want stop it. I just want for this to continue to build the women's tag division. So like teams like Metaphor with don't do that. Teams like Metaphor with Jakar Jackson and Last Legend, and of course Sonya Deville and Zoe Stark. Even Caden Carter and Katana Chance. Like I want to see more and more involvement with these teams and the Kabuki Warriors and all of that. Excuse me, not the Kabuki Warriors because Asuka's out right now, but Damage Control and all of that. You feel me? But yeah, thank you for getting that distraction up out my face.
I was like,
Hey yo,
Rest in peace to my guy, bro. I was finna start sweating and blinking like Sid.
hey yo,
It's getting hot in here.
you're like, God damn.
Okada around Mercedes. I was like, ooh,
About to sound like Jerome on Martin. Yeah.
Oh my god, man. Love wrestling.
I'm actually
Love
proud of myself
wrestling.
for not really losing train of thought. Like I feel like I was able to finish.
Because you had to turn to the right. That's why. He's like, let me look this way.
But I had to land. You feel me? But I was like, whew.
Force was strong with this one. Yeah, there you go. My boy.
like, I ain't gonna lie. Like that's why I said it at what I said at the top. I like shout out to their significant others because yes, Lord, y'all are winning. I respect y'all. I respect you, Booker man.
Right.
But going forward, yeah, I like what you said. To continue what you saying, I like what you said. Basically, I feel like they do need to go across the brands. They got rid of the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. Like you just, it's okay to have them float between, and it would be smart to have them on the CW debut, or whether it's the debut or the week after when they're in St. Louis. And it's smart to have them when they're on Netflix and all that stuff. Not to discredit your Apple Fire or Ala Dawn, but I feel like they are more marketable. That being Bianca and Jade, as far as like the way that they carry themselves. So like you mentioned that promo when Bianca said, like the line that I knew that they were winning was when she said, "Yeah, when we get knocked down, we don't stay down, we get back up." And I was like, "Yeah, they winning." Y'all winning. Like the way they cut that promo like it was the Olympics. Like they was out there like they was getting ready to run that race. They was like, "Yo, we got knocked down, we got screwed over, we didn't lose the titles." Bianca, she was trying to put them over, like they were great champions, and Jay was like, "Man, cut that shit. We are not putting them over. We are getting our titles back."
Come on now.
Like,
Stop playing.
so it's like, and that's what I mean by when I say that they are a perfect balance. Like you have Bianca who's humble, who wants to be respectful to all their opponents, and Jay's like, "Man, I'm better than all y'all. Like we finna knock y'all bitches asses out. Like there's no other way to put it. I'm a beast, she a beast. Like you run the fade." That's literally the dynamic that I get from both of them, and it works. So, but what is everybody's obsession with tag teams turning on each other left and right? Like y'all complain about the women's tag, not y'all, but y'all complain about the women's tag team division not being solid, but then y'all want everybody to break up. What y'all doing?
Come on, man.
What y'all doing? Come on,
It
man.
makes sense. And that's male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, it's like y'all
if
complain
I
about the
hear
tag team
one more
division.
person talk about, I want to see Montez Ford in a solo. Bro, listen.
Now,
Okay.
respectfully,
No,
I want to see him get some opportunities,
I do.
but I don't need them. I don't want to see that whole
But-
turning on each other.
Exactly, because I want to see the same opportunities for Doc too.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, these brothers ain't got to turn on each other to have singles opportunities. You just be like, hey, I'm gonna go my way for a minute, see what's out there real quick, and then come on back around when the time is right. You know, you could easily do some stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stop trying to assume, like, stop going for the cliche of the whole, they're gonna turn, who's gonna turn on who kind of thing. You know,
And I feel like a lot of people set themselves up to be disappointed on purpose because they do that. Because I feel like I saw a lot of online. That's why I don't interact like I used to on Twitter. But when I read, and I'm like, when I see, hey, yeah, Bianca about to turn on Jade, this, that, and third. You see the green, I'm like, hey, just watch the show. I promise you. It's like if it happens, let it happen, but don't predict it to the point where you get disappointed and you be like, oh nah, this is boring. Like, no, this was a great match. It was a solid match. It was fun. It's like if you watch it in the eyes of you just having fun, you will enjoy wrestling more. That's for kids and adults because I feel like there's a lot of kids on Twitter more now than the adults. So it's like I have to like that's why I always look at the bio whenever somebody says something stupid to me, I be like, oh, you 20. Yeah, you ain't lived your life yet. So let me go ahead and not not block you. I'm gonna let you have that. But yeah. That's all I had to say about that. Like yeah, I just had to get that off my chest.
100%.
We're here for you, brother.
Like, yeah, I'm like it's the same song and dance, but then y'all be bitching and moaning about stuff ain't happening because it don't happen the way that you want it to happen. Like, okay, bruv. Okay, bruv.
Yeah.
I feel like it took a minute for this match to get that heat from the audience.
It did.
But like after maybe like that first 6.5, 7 minutes, it was like, okay, let's kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. And what I really liked was the tag team dynamics. First of all, Alba and Isla was like, Bianca, you not getting over there. We seen the tape. We done seen the hot tags. This nigga right here, and I hope they didn't say the N-word, but they was like, she's gonna come in like a house of fire, and we don't need that. You feel me? So they was dog walking Bianca for a minute, and I really appreciated her being the baby face in peril because they played their roles really well, like that humble beast. You know what I'm saying? That whole dynamic there, and then but when Bianca, I don't remember if it was Isla or Alba, but Bianca threw that girl in a baseball slide out of the ring, and Jade caught her.
I saw that.
Oh my god! And with the swinging body slam against the barricade, I was like, oh, they are tripping. Like I'm pretty sure they stole that from like some ladies over there in Stardom or some old '86 New Japan.
Let's ask the elitists because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's on somebody's tape somewhere, but I ain't never seen that before, and that was raw. So salute to them because black women introduced it to me. Thank you.
Like shout out to y'all. Like that's why I be laughing when people be getting so upset. When I'm like, you want them to not learn from the people you like? When they be trying to gatekeep wrestling moves, it's like you don't want them to evolve.
Come on, man.
You want them to evolve, but then when they introduce new moves, oh, they stole it from that. You shouldn't do that. You did it sloppy. I'm like, huh? What?
Oh,
can you do it?
Showing respect to Mika Kawasaki back in '86 when they had the 3 times blood crazy match. I'm like, okay, bro, calm it down, my nigga.
Yeah. I'd be like, first of all, who? I'm like, who we talking about? But yeah, I don't want to see no more tag teams break up. Like it unless it makes sense. Like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they can break up. They've been dragging that on. Yeah, it makes sense. They've been dragging that on for a good minute. Like they can break up. Like I feel like they just pulled the trigger on SmackDown, where Theory was like, "Yo, I'm tired of your shit. Like you get me in trouble every week. Like what are we doing?" So we'll probably see that when it comes to that shit. Speaking of trouble, the next match is the strap match. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. They pulled the strap and went to work. Pause.
Yeah. Another one. This match was crazy. I feel like they gave this match a lot of time.
They did.
They gave this match a lot of time. CM Punk got the bleed, his favorite thing. You know what I'm saying? So I know Cody's like a little upset about that because CM Punk also gets to bleed when he wants to. It's like, hold on, bro, chill out, my nigga. That's kind of my thing. But
I got the bleach
Yeah,
blonde for a reason, so it can look like Ric Flair back in the day when he was bleeding all over the place and his hair was going like. I do that. That's my thing.
You know?
oh man, I can't wait till Cody's like 52 and starts losing his body and his hair starts to go and he just continues to go back to that trope of bleeding just to kind of get himself through matches. Yeah, for sure. That's where it's at. But this match right here, I think this is the effective end to the bracelet. I would hope that this is the
I hope
effective end to
so.
the bracelet.
He got it back. I hope so.
Yeah, because he got it back and he didn't lose it again this time, unless somebody stole it from him in the locker room like the Diamond Dynamite. I don't know. Maybe we'll get an update. But
I need him to. I need him to keep it at home.
Yeah. Keep it at home.
yeah, put it in like a little jewelry case or something like that.
Mhm.
Safekeeping.
Yeah,
You got 17 other ones. Where you put them at?
Exactly.
in the car.
Exactly.
He put it in the car in the little pouch in the back, and it's gonna break. You know, he don't look like the responsible type that can keep up with a bracelet.
I like that. Maybe in the chat, what's her name? Britannia. She said Punk always wears white when he's in a blood match. That makes sense. That always gives it away. Gives it away. Yeah, there you go.
I said, bro, I hope Punk went to the restroom. 'Cause remember that story where he accidentally shit himself in the middle of a match? I said, bro, that wearing white, that stain will fuck you up. I was like, bro, please. I hope. I like how Graham had to tuck his hand in his face. He was like, "This nigga, what the fuck are you talking?"
It's funny because as you were saying that, I was thinking about the don't wear white after Labor Day thing.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's like,
he wore it before Labor Day.
yeah,
That was
so I'm
coming
like,
up.
got
Yeah,
that out of
so,
the way. But it would have been really embarrassing if he was trying to get that out of the way and then he ended up shitting himself. It would be crazy.
yeah, that would have been mad awkward. I was like, ooh, I know that smelled crazy, especially the fact that Drew kept picking him up. So I know it. Anyway, uh, uh,
Yeah, dog, man. Come on, man.
Marie, I can't pronounce your name for nothing. I am so sorry. Queen. I think Punk also proved everyone wrong who said he was washed. He certainly hung with Drew in that match. One thing a lot of people misconstrued about Punk being washed, he always wrestled that way. He's always wrestled. People expect Punk to be like, for some reason, I feel like a lot of people expect Punk to be this polished technician, but the classic matches that I've watched on like Ring of Honor, his classic matches, he's always wrestled sloppy. I think that's his charm. So it's like that whole wash dynamic is just people who just it's not genuine, not in the slightest. So okay, call you Bert bet.
Punk is
Yeah,
very scrappy.
yeah,
Like you
crappy
said,
dude.
and I don't know if it's like a sloppy thing, but I think it adds realism to it
Yeah.
because fights aren't supposed to be perfect. I feel like these people who I have no problem with these people, but as you said earlier, like the elitists, the people that feel like their wrestling fandom is above yours for whatever reason or another, like they've gotten so used to watching these barn burner 6, 7, 10-star matches where everything is perfect and choreographed in such a way where there's no room for mistakes. And so when someone makes a regular mistake and it's not even a mistake, it's just not perfect. It's bad. You feel me? Like it's the worst thing in the world. You feel me? So I'm like I don't put a lot of stock into that. I feel like Punk is a brawler. So you're gonna get a lot of that scrappiness and a lot of just unorthodox fight stances and techniques and shit like that out of this guy. That's all it is.
Right.
I understand.
I agree with that. So that's why I was like, yeah. Whenever I see that, he's washed. I'm like, nah, that's not genuine. That's just people who got blown away by this beautiful match that happened in the Tokyo Dome, and now that's their standard. Like their standards are too high. They forget that they're in order for a fight to be believable, it has to be real. It has to look real. That's the reason why I love it when Bianca or Naomi throw work punches. Like that shit like a scrap. Like when it was Bianca versus Sasha Banks or Bianca versus Becky, when she was punching her, I was like, she beating this white woman ass. And even though I know she wasn't, but it's like you believe that for a second. And same with Naomi, like when she does her thigh press and she throws punches, she don't wail back. She literally bop, 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 bop. So I'm like, I believe that. So it's that little realism that I appreciate as a fan, as opposed to all the flippy shit that a lot of people do. And I don't mean to say flippy shit to offend anybody. I'm just saying, like, I call it that. Like, I remember a few times where I said flippy shit and niggas was on my neck. And I'm like, nigga, ain't that what it is?
I think flippy shit is cool. You feel me? I wish I could do a triple backflip. You feel me? I can't, though.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I could do a backspin into a Pele kick. Or like if I try a Pele kick right now, my head gonna drag me down. I'm gonna land right on my neck. Like, nigga, I can't float like most of y'all niggas. So it's like when I say flippy shit, it's not. So now I have to say flippy shit non-derogatory, so y'all won't get offended.
Easily.
I think they give Punk heat because he always says he's the best in the world, and they are like, how? I'm like, it's just a catchphrase.
It's the Lil Wayne effect. You know, everybody wants to get on Lil Wayne.
Part.
He used to say, I'm the greatest rapper alive and all that. And then they try to be like, well, you're not greater than J. Cole, or you're not greater than this and that.
Oh, yeah, because when he was there at Mania, wasn't that what they introduced him as? The greatest rapper alive?
Yeah, I want to say they said something. Yeah, he said something similar to that.
Yeah.
That's why
I saw on Twitter, it's like, how? I was like,
bruh. He's been saying
a moniker.
It's a moniker. That's all. Yeah.
That's like DJ Khaled saying we the best, even though a lot of people don't agree. It's still a moniker.
Right. It's a self motivator. Like it's what people are really big on affirmations now, right? You feel me? This is a positive reinforcement that I'm instilling in myself in order for me to go out there and be great. I'm telling myself I'm the best in the world. I'm telling the world I'm the best in the world. So when I go out there and I deliver these performances, I give my all. Stop playing with my nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
Anyway, Drew McIntyre, this guy, once again, is the bane of his own undoing. He would have won that match if he didn't decide to reach in his drawers and pull out the bracelet. This is very unnecessary. Like, brother, quit it. You already beat this man. And then you was finna beat him again. And now you gotta go 1-1. And then you gotta take 4 GTSs back to back. So not only did he beat you, he embarrassed you.
He put you in a coma because you went to sleep. Because the next level of going to sleep is a coma. And the amount of GTS he gave you, he put you in a deep sleep. Like I'm pretty sure you are dreaming about your ancestors. That's how deep your sleep is right now. He basically gave you a glorified melatonin. You are done. You are finito. I still wasn't a fan of the red light, green light shit, but it didn't take me out of it. If that makes sense.
Not facts.
Like I thought I love the mini callback to the JTG Shaq Gaspard match that they had where Drew was hitting him and then Punk was like, all right, I'm gonna get right behind you. All right, I'm gonna get right behind you. Like I thought they was going with that. Like I bit into this entire match and I enjoyed it for what it was. Even Wade getting involved because him and Drew are friends. So it's like I love the interactions that everybody has with commentary, like acting like they don't exist sucks to me. So it's like if you are close enough to where the commentary is right there and you hear them yelling, you're gonna react. That's why I always love the dynamic between Bayley and Michael Cole, or the dynamic between Dominic Mysterio. We're gonna talk about him and them in a second. Dominic Mysterio and Michael Cole. It's like you're interacting, you're engaging. It feels like an entire world. Like you're not isolated in the ring. So that's a little nitpick that I enjoyed. So
I like that. Even to that point, like earlier in the evening, when KO didn't do the pop up power bomb or didn't do the power bomb on the edge of the ring to Cody, Wade Barrett was sitting there yelling like, "Where's your killer instinct?" And KO turned around like, "Shut the hell up!" Like, bruh, I'm at work right now.
Like, let me work. Let me handle my business.
Like, first of all, I know I didn't do it. Chill out, bruh. I
Like,
know
what you
right
yelling
now.
at me for? Like, you trying to scrap? Like, what's up?
What's up? You know what I mean? We can go right
But
now.
yeah, I ain't,
Cut your old ass off.
Man.
oh man. Someone said glorified melatonin is crazy. I mean, that's what he did. Like, that amount of GTS that'll knock you the fuck out. Like, it's like a deep sleep. Like, has anybody ever had melatonin? Like, you can't get to sleep. Like, bro, you will be in a deep sleep. If you take 3 melatonins, you're gonna be out for a day and a half. Just saying. So.
I might need one.
My Punk got that look like he just got the Infinity Gauntlet back, bro.
I don't think one thing that I don't need him to do no more is kiss it, because brother, that was in his pants.
Man,
what you doing? Nasty
you got
bitch.
regular sweat, blood, ball sweat,
Yeah,
and dirt and all types of stuff that's on the ring because now your wrist tape is dirty.
Don't kiss your wife. Make sure you go for a couple of days. Make sure you go wash your mouth, let it soak in disinfectant, mouthwash, toothpaste, and floss, and say a prayer just in case.
Yeah, sage the room.
Sage your hand, sage the room, sage the car, the plane. Like, brother, you put a lot on your mouth when you kiss that bracelet. you kind of fucked yourself up a little bit. Like, brother, we got like
Punk gonna wake up in the morning looking like he got lip fillers.
Brother, that brother gonna have bum bump on his lip. Like, brother, you just gave yourself a case of the bum bump. Word to Kevin Hart.
He's gonna have a young boy. Not the young boy. Oh man, damn, not the young boy.
Multiple times.
That young.
Dang, brother. Come on, my guy.
But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this match. Like, it was a fun match. Like, I asked the question on Twitter? Do they run it back, minus the bracelet at Bad Blood? Like, do you?
Of course.
Some people say Hell in a Cell. Some people say 3 Stages of Hell. I wouldn't mind a 3 Stages of Hell because it's like best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
As opposed to just a straight up Hell in a Cell.
They could do that, but I think when they did the Clash at the Castle press conference and Punk was out there and dude was like, I think you guys should do a Hell in a Cell match. And he was like, that fantasy booking shit, first match. I think that was him like, come on, bro. Like, you know that's where we going. Like, but like, why would that be the first match? You feel me? Like, we got to build to it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. But I definitely think they're going Hell in a Cell. I think the idea of getting rid of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and letting it breathe for a little bit and bringing it back was for Triple H to kind of try to give it a little bit more importance, or at least that's my hope. In addition to that, I hope after this year we give the War Games concept a break as well. But
same, like, you don't want to overdo it. It's kind of like how I felt about the brand versus brand thing. Like, they did it to the point where I was just like, oh, okay. So and like me and Hi-Lite had the conversation on here all the time where it was like, bring back even if you don't bring back the brand versus brand, bring back the traditional Survivor Series matches. Those were kind of fun to do, minus the brand to brand, because it's like you got a lot of random matches. Like, because remember Team Shawn Michaels from like 2009, where it was like Shawn Michaels, Great Khali, JTG, Christian, MVP, Mark Henry. Type beat, like, have that type of mashups to where it's fun. So
Yeah.
You got a lot of teams and stables to do that. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
Oh yeah, no, you good. Yeah, I was gonna say you got the teams and stables, and I even thought about it. I wouldn't mind if they, hey, because it's probably the closest we'll get to it in a while. Why not do a Gunther versus Cody, Team Gunther, Team Cody kind of thing? Like let it come down to them and have a one-on-one scenario kind of thing, champion or whatever. Like I don't know, but
yeah, as long as it's not brand to brand to where, hey, we have a draft in October, and like now you got to be dedicated to this brand that you've spent less than a month on for 4 weeks, and you have to fight for that supremacy. That's why I kind of appreciated that they did the draft after WrestleMania too, because it's like, okay, if they do a brand versus brand to brand, at least this person's been on this brand for 6 months as opposed to 4 weeks. So
Hey, that makes sense. Let me ask you guys this: what can they do to get this program to that next step, to that next match? Like, because they've been fighting and funking since January. Like, it's like, what more
what more can
be
they
done?
do?
You know, what more can be done outside of this nigga frying up Buddy Dog and trying to feed it to him like Big Boss Man or whatever? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all got like 5-6 weeks. Like, y'all gotta fill time.
And not just that, he won clean.
He did.
Yeah.
No
Technically, he won clean. Like he did not kick him in the balls. He put on that massive melatonin on his knee to the face.
Yeah.
It's definitive in a way when you think about it.
That was Drew's case too, because he for the longest he was saying, name one man that's beating me straight up. No, just no outside, no secondary feud, get it, nothing. It was just straight 1-on-1. So, you know,
He's gonna say, you didn't pin me shoulders to the mat.
Seth got involved.
He can probably say like, you didn't pin me straight up clean. I need you to pin me straight up. Or how do you say you didn't beat me, man? I can't do a Scottish accent. I'm sorry. So you like you didn't. This is a load of fart. This is farce. You know how they like to make up words like that you've never heard in the English dictionary ever in your life. This is a load of bollocks or ass or whatever. So
he didn't pin my bloody shoulders to the canvas.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's gonna be something. He's got to put in and show him. You know what I'm saying?
Man, if he show up and see, the thing is like, will AJ even agree to that to the point where it's like, do I want to play the damsel in distress?
Either that or Larry, somebody's something.
If he show up to this man's house and kick that dog, I'm going to lose my mind.
Kidnap the dog.
Just kidnap the dog. Just be like, hey, where's my dog?
Your stupid dog, Larry. You know, just take
it's just a dog. Kidnap the dog. He'll be fine.
Something. You know what I mean?
Fuck it, yeah. Kidnap the dog. Take the dog hostage. Take him to the dog park and don't hang him, but wrap the dog leash behind under the belly and hang him from the tree. Like, you want your dog back? You want your dog back?
Just asked the Magic 8 Ball if Drew McIntyre should kidnap Larry. It says you may rely on it.
So I'll take that as a yes.
Hopefully.
So, come a nice little visit to the Punk's home, and Larry's there, present. You know what's about to happen.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. The next match we have was the mixed tag team match. The new Judgment Day, I guess you could say that, in Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio versus the Terror Twins. Terrible name. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest in a mixed tag team match. This was actually a fun match. This kind of reminded me of the Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Rhea and Finn from Elimination Chamber in 2023. 22? Was it?
Rules, I think
22.
it was that same night that Seth and Matt Riddle did the the fight pit.
No, it was Elimination Chamber. It was like they was in Canada.
22. I want to say it was 22.
Oh, okay, I'm tripping. Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. It's probably better than that match.
No, I'm talking about like it kind of reminded me a little. It was definitely better than that match, but it kind of reminded me of that too. So
this was fun.
Yeah, it was more fun than I expected it to be, because I thought it was just going to be. Because that's the reason why my prediction didn't go, because I thought it was going to be a glorified segment match to where it wouldn't even be a finish.
Yeah.
But
I was wrong here.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I'm the only one that got it right. Hey, even up. Look at that. I'm glad to see that. I mean, because they got to get their win eventually. I figured this was, this is as close to Damian getting his revenge, at least for now, and Rhea pinning Liv obviously sets that up. So there's that rematch for the championship at Survivor Series, I guess. Or
they might do Bad Blood. They might do Bad Blood.
They might. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Bad Blood.
Like it.
It's gonna be interesting to see what Monday gonna be a very interesting night, boy. Because it's gonna be like, okay, where are we going with all this now? What's the new deal? That's been. She officially broke Zelina's record. There you go.
Yeah.
Zelina
Rhea and those pins.
Yeah. I thought Zelina had the best one. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
How do y'all feel about Rhea pinning the women's champion? Like
that's from what?
Just from this perspective, like they in a way that I don't know how to explain it, but I know I seen the mixed bag online, but it's like I know this is going to set up for the match. Like, do Liv retain, or it's just like they just say, "Hey, we're just doing this just to have a little fun. Rhea's going to be champion, and now we're going to move on."
Okay, cool. I thought you was asking like,
oh, you talking about paying like this?
Yeah, because I'm like, she been watching my tape, because like that's my I done did that. You feel me? Like I done put that's one of them ones. You feel me? But you were saying in the scope of the show, right? In the scope of the show, when it comes to the championship involved, yeah, I'm cool with that, because now they 1-1. You feel me? And Bad Blood could be the rubber match, where I in my opinion, Liv should retain, but Rhea's gonna win it back.
Yeah, it's like I feel like the story that they're telling, Liv should win, and the way that they keep name dropping Raquel, I wouldn't be surprised if Raquel pops up and screws, because the story is simple. Rhea warned Liv and Raquel to stay out of her business. They didn't. She injured both of them in storyline, and now Liv has everything that Rhea loves. So what better icing on the cake would it be than for Liv to retain against Rhea, thanks to another person that Rhea screwed from her past?
So the sins of her past coming to haunt her. Interesting.
The reason why, and then I wouldn't like, yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised on the build to this that they do a concerto spot with Damian from Finn, because remember the concerto thing is Judgment Day's thing based off of Edge. So I wouldn't be surprised if like during this build to Rhea versus Liv at either Bad Blood, let's just say that because that's like 5 weeks from now. But at Bad Blood, they take out Damian as a way to isolate Rhea, because Rhea ain't got no friends outside of Damian. She pissed off everybody else during her title reign. So it wouldn't make any sense from the character for anybody to help Rhea at all. You take out her support system, and now she has to fight by herself. And you either have Rhea overcome and win the title, or you have more of her past to come back and bite her, to screw her. It's like there's no middle ground here.
That's the truth. Dang, man. Yeah. Yeesh.
I kind of got you thinking. My bad.
Nah, I mean it's a perfect thing. I mean, shoot, you need something for Raquel to do when she comes back. So I guess that's a nice.
That's just fantasy booking. Like, we don't even know if she is coming back because she had that condition situation.
She's been doing better. I kind of looked up on how she's been doing. She's been doing better. So I don't know if they're about to bring her to return, but that is a nice way because she has been off the radar for a while. So if she's ready, that's a good way to do it. Man, yeah, that's gonna be. I don't know, man, because I had a little thought when I looked at this, man, and I'm like, dude, maybe a little controversial, maybe not, but I don't know.
Brother,
Hey,
brother, we don't care about getting canceled. Fuck these niggas.
I'm just gonna say, at what point is it
okay? I'm new here and I'm tripping today, so please.
No, you're good. I just want to know, man. When can we keep that same energy? Because I'm tired of seeing men get beat up all the time. Sometimes where they can't do nothing back, and I'm just like, hey, bro. Okay, look, I get it. Sometimes because of outside abuse of we don't condone none of that, all that good stuff. So I'm looking at Mama Wayne, Mr. Rock Hard, took a little spray. Oh, and then through the table. And I'm saying to myself, well, okay, they kind of get it. So, hey man, come on, what's up? Like, she wanted to wrestle, Lil Dom and everything. Beat him up, close. I'm just like, all right, dog. I know that was the pun. That's what she was doing anyway to get him on her side to begin with. But it's just like, even when he was a baby face, she was doing all of this. So I'm like, at what point can we, exactly. Britt gets
never
my
forget
point.
When Stone. Never forget when Stone Cold beat the shit out of Lita with his team. I remember that shit.
Britt is a woman and she gets my point. You see what I'm saying? In ring, just it's make believe, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, they're not actually they can take this a little bit. Heck, speaking of Austin, how many times did he freaking stun China with no freaking problem? He was like, hey, okay, you want some of this too? And that was that clip too. Remember, she kept wanting him to do it. He was trying to be like, look, I'm not finna do this. But she kept egging it, and he said, all right, you know what? Enough's enough. You getting it too. That's do the real, at least, because they've been teasing that for years now. Where I'm like, bruh, she wants it. Can somebody say enough's enough and just at least once? You know what I'm saying? You teased it when you did it with Baron Corbin and Becky Lynch, so why the heck you can't do it now, bro? Come on. I just want to see it, dog. You even Nia Jax got some of that.
Well, you need somebody. You would need to. Yeah, you would probably have to have her feud with somebody that matches her, because you're not finna see Dom.
That's what I'm saying, though. It ain't got to necessarily be Dom. I mean, I get it. He kind of deserved. I mean, well, when he was a babyface, I kind of wanted to see it at least. Like, dang, dude, man up a little bit. When he was that babyface version. But, that was the version everybody hated anyway. So, this version, him getting beat down makes sense. I get that. But, like, bruh, come on, man. Somebody. I know there's somebody that'll match that. Somebody.
I think WWE, I don't know if this is like because of sponsors or if like they're publicly traded or whatever, and
are they public?
Shareholders?
Are they still public?
Yeah, TKO.
Oh yeah, TKO.
They're TKO, yeah, they're still public. So like, I feel like there's a little bit of a difference there with how they try to do stuff like that. Like, when they do it, the few and the far in between stuff, I don't think they want to make it a norm. But like you said, the Stone Cold and the Lita joint, Somebody had mentioned Randy, RKO, and Nia, Baron Corbin, and the Becky Lynch thing. I don't know. It's one of those things where I would hope that I would like for them to do it a little bit more often than they do, just based on
The story.
based on the story that's sometimes being told. I think that it could provide more emotion and all that shit. But I just wouldn't like it to become a norm. I'm not into intergender wrestling at all. But I do think if the story calls for it, go ahead and do it. I just seen a clip the other day with fucking Tina Turner singing, talking about she said something, if I sing a note wrong or something, like what you gonna do, and Ike Turner in the back talking about give you a black eye, like they're singing these words. So I'm like, see, that makes sense. Ike and Tina, that makes sense. I don't know if every story needs that. But that picture that you had with Rhea choking up Dom, I wonder if Buddy gets that. I wonder if he gets that just like on a regular Tuesday.
Me too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I come home, long day, you feel me? Especially if that thing still got a little stank on it, go ahead, choke me up, baby. You know what I'm
saying? Like fresh out the gym, I'm about to hit the shower, but you can choke me a little bit, you know?
Yeah. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. Yeah. Alex Black gets it.
Buddy gotta get it, man.
Listen, man. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. I understand.
Congrats. Yeah. Nice. Oh, come on.
Wow. Hey, you heard it. There she goes.
I'm not repeating that.
Wow.
No need to repeat, my brother. The chat says it for itself. There you go.
Yeah, if you watch the video feed, then you know what it said. If you don't, figure it out.
Wow.
Oh man. Come on.
But that's pretty much all we got for that mixed tag. It was fun. It did what it needed to do. Obviously, I didn't get the point because I thought it was gonna be a no contest. Some people thought it was gonna be Liv and Dom winning, but Hi-Lite got the point because Rhea and Damian picked up the win. That was pretty straight. Next up, we have the last match of the show, 5-match card. I love it. It gives every match time to breathe. It gives you time to prep and relax, and then you can get the hell up out of there. Like, we don't need 25 matches on the card unless you just feel like being an asshole. Now, I do appreciate last week when it was for All In, where it started around the same time, where we still got out of there about 7 o'clock, give or take. So I need these. You said what?
All in was only like 8-9 matches too. So
like keep 5 matches minimum, 9 matches max.
It's easier to definitely digest whether it's 5, 8, 9, like that, versus if it's like and you're like, how many matches? Oh man, it's gonna be a long night. Take the Red Bull.
And it's like you have to mentally prepare yourself for it. That's why we stopped doing the post shows for AEW, because it's like, yeah, this show gonna end at like 12 a.m. and I'm trying to go straight to sleep.
Right. I'm gonna record this show and then still have to mix this audio after, and y'all want clips.
See, me and Graham understand. We both the producers, so it's like people understand. That's why whenever we do our main show, y'all don't get audio until like sometimes 9 a.m., sometimes 12 p.m. because I have to go straight to sleep. Because the show ended like midnight. I gotta chop it down. I have to make sure, like, if there's a, that's why I'm like, if it's a mishap, and I mean, if there's a mishap during the show, that means I have to delay the upload, because I have to chop out that mishap, and then I have to. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. But what wasn't
I'm gonna say
But
it
what
for
wasn't
you.
a lot was you said what? What'd you say?
Editor, yeah, you know.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we do. We do. That's the reason why the Public Enemies moved to Thursdays at like 7 p.m. so that way my brother can go to
Boy,
bed at a good time.
Come on, he said what?
boy,
Look.
I'm telling you, them days I'm getting off of work Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock. I work 2 hours away. Elon got me slaving, making these cars all night. And then I come over here, I gotta watch Dynamite, get on the podcast for 2 hours, and then I thought, what?
Mm-hmm.
For what? But yeah, man.
Let's get it.
So yeah, and me and him already had the conversation. He's like, brother, if it gets to that point, we're gonna move days we're probably gonna move to earlier times because
Yeah.
sometimes it be catching up on me. Sometimes I'll be like we get to that 2 hour mark, my energy goes down. I'm yawning like a motherfucker.
We out there, we be holding it, but it's like, bro, it's coming out. It's like, oh no, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. That's what we're like. It's time to wrap up. But the last match for Bash in Berlin before we get up out of here is the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther versus Randy Orton. I enjoyed this match. It was one thing about Randy Orton post back surgery and post return is he's been heavy on selling and basically soaking in every hit and emotion. Shout out to the crowd for having fun though. In the opening, like they tried to do a wave, and Randy Orton, like that's his wrestling brain. He's like, let me get on this shit, and then they stopped because they was like, oh shit, my bad. So because they was getting distracted when it was a rest hold, like Gunther was trying to choke him out, and then they started waving, and then Randy looked around, was like, these motherfuckers. Started waving, and they was like, "Oh yeah," and they forgot what they was doing, and they got right back into the match.
Yeah. Shout out to commentary for playing it off too, as he looks into the camera, smirks because he knew what he was doing. It's like, that's how you do it. It's like that's how you get him back right there. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this too. Let's go.
What y'all think about the match overall? I enjoyed it.
I love it, man. All I'm gonna say is, look, if slow, technical, and methodical type psychological matches ain't your thing, then well, this wasn't the main.
This wasn't for you.
Just that simple.
Nope.
If you don't like that, then you gonna look at this as a dud in your mind. Depending on, because we gave credit to the flippity stuff. So the thing about it is, to the ones that love the flippity dippity, well, you ain't get none of that in this one. So, and you ain't gonna get that. So this was
not a Gunther
school
match.
Nah, yeah, this is very old school pro wrestling, and I enjoyed it for the throwback that it was, pretty much. And as Britt just said, gratefully, passing of the torch. I really love the ending, and just to actually, Gunther could have been that uppity a-hole and been like, I ain't shaking your hand, I just beat you. But the fact that he did that was like, they pulled the curtain back a little bit, like, hey, there you go, floor is yours. So,
One thing I've noticed about the production side of these pay-per-views that they do internationally, I feel like what feels like it should go off the air, it doesn't, because they go straight into the post-show. So it feels like the curtain did get peeled back. So I don't know. So you're definitely going to see that a lot when it comes to these international shows.
Yeah, dog. If like y'all said, bro.
Yeah. Oh, my fault, Grant.
No, you good. I was just gonna reiterate.
Spot two.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Oh, my
Y'all good?
I thought I was like, let me let my boy Grant have the flow. All I was saying, I like the RKO spot. Hey, I was saying I like the RKO spot, and I love how like they almost had you for a split second thinking like, oh snap, he actually about to win this for a second. But go ahead, Grant. Well, sorry, brother, you good?
No, I was finna bring up the RKO spot because it sold me a ticket. I swear to God, I was like, oh wait, like now, like okay, cool, never mind, my bad. We not doing that yet. But yeah, Gunther is another level, bro. Like this dude is so talented, and he's I don't know, like I'm trying to think like what other wrestling characters is he like in the same vein of? I would consider him like like a Super Saiyan version of like a fucking Dave Finley or some shit. You feel like I just go out there and I beat niggas asses, and that's the fun part. You feel me? Like I don't really care about championships and accolades and shit like that, but dog walking niggas coming up with new ways to win matches, yeah, that's kind of my bag. You feel me? Like I feel like this right here, like it was I already like for real, like feel like Gunther's gonna have like a crazy reign, but Randy Orton putting him over in his first title defense just makes me like feel a little bit more at ease, even so about that. You feel me? Because I'm like, bro, Randy Orton is that nigga, bro. Like even like how y'all said like the nigga selling was hella dope and all that. Like he was going crazy, but like, bro, for him to be what 14-time champion,
Mm-hmm. Tied with Triple H.
tied with Triple H, that that little tidbit that Michael Cole had mentioned about him being tied with Triple H and just being one away from tying whatever trying to get to the joint. You feel me? Trying to get to the Cena and Ric Flair level. Him trying to do that, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's become like really important to him, and that's where we see this new version of the Viper and the Legend Killer or whatever this iteration of what Randy Orton's finna go into. I feel like him cementing his legacy and becoming like one of those names that are at the top of the throne when it comes to championship reigns, or at least the amount of championship reigns. I feel like his character is going to find that something of like major importance, and like that's going to be a driving factor.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I love that.
I
I
like
love
what the
that. I
chat
was.
said.
Oh,
Gunther
go.
is like a Psycho Sid, but better.
Okay. Okay. All due respect to Psycho Sid. Since we gave him some
Yeah, rest in
flowers,
peace. But yeah, it's
but
it's a more of an evolution thing, like not more of a discredit. Like, hey,
right,
you
right.
kind of you're like a Psycho Sid. You're like you said, David Finley. Even though he had blonde hair at one point, so if he does go back blonde, he would basically be Dave Finley evolved, uh, literally a Super Saiyan version. So,
Okay.
but yeah, but what you about to say? I like.
What was I about to say on that one? I was gonna say, oh, I was hearing actually, I think it was Busted Open possibly, but they brought that up about Randy, how his title reign gets flown under the radar, very, very, like, people are like, is he underrated when you talk about like the championship reigns, because he's so close to like John Cena and Ric Flair and Triple H when it comes to those amounts, that if he
Some of
were,
them can be flown under the radar because he was hot potatoing with John Cena at one point.
but then
So,
but see, because of that very thing, we glorify Cena's reigns, and he's
oh,
about to
I
get
don't.
his
Oh, I
joint.
don't. I balance those two. Some
I
of
know.
the era where John Cena and Randy Orton was hot potatoing, I don't count those reigns because I feel like they were just bouncing titles around. The matches were dope,
True.
but as far as like their title reigns, I still glorify John Cena's first world title reign where he went over a year before he got injured. I'll glorify Randy Orton's authority figure title reign before I glorify the other ones. It's like
True.
those are the types because they actually had time to breathe. But the hot potatoes, that's where the number of title reigns get tricky with Randy Orton and John Cena, is because it it's like I feel, and it's just my personal preference. I feel like when you hot potato titles so many times, it devalues your reign to where it's like, okay, I don't really care about that reign in particular because you're gonna just lose it right back. That's the same way. I like just to add to the women. when Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair was hot potatoing their titles, I did not care about the title reigns there because it was like you're hot potatoing. Like Sasha will win it, then Charlotte will win it, then Sasha win it back, and then Charlotte will win it back, and then move on to somebody else. So, but I appreciated the matches, but not the reign, if that makes sense.
Of course.
For sure.
So, yeah.
But I mean, the sad part about that is there's not a single reign we can't say that about from any title, any level.
Mhm.
Tag team titles did that. Mid card titles did that. So my only pushback to it is that because while it's a good reason to have a title reign, is a title reign regardless of how long, how short it's on your resume. It's never going to be taken away from that particular talent's resume, and it's like
For sure.
years down the line. Not saying Gresh, because obviously, most of us experience wouldn't have good enough memories to remember those. But 20 years from now, how people ain't looking at it as, you know what, that person did have some fire matches. Because I think the match qualities will always take away from however short or long the reign was. So like you said, with a Sasha, with a Charlotte, sure, they hot potatoed, but those matches stood more to where, because the title was on the line, it made those matches more elevated, regardless of how potatoed the outcome. So that's a little factor where I look at it that way too. But I do understand that complete reign of what you mean on that, because that can be very annoying when we see that as fans. But which is why it's interesting with Gunther, because me and you both have emphasized the fact we don't really. I'm personally getting kind of bored of these long, lengthy reigns because you got Cody over here, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Can we hurry up and get to the part where somebody beats Cody for this title so I can see what happens after the fact? Where's he gonna go with this? And then I'm like, with Gunther, okay, well, C title, and you elevated it, and this one's definitely elevated because I believe this is the first time the World Heavyweight title is made. I think, like actually main evented a pay per view.
The inaugural champion get crowned, was that? No, that wasn't the main event. That was
that's not.
Roman.
Yeah, it was that moment when they started calling it second place title because of Roman at that time. So like now it feels like a big deal again because Randy is a legend and just put him over in his first title reign, as we mentioned. And now going forward, depending on what he does with this, they're probably going to do this a lot more with that. Depending on which story is better between, I guess, the World Heavyweight title and the WWE Undisputed title. Going back to your first point about these challengers, that's going to be the important part here because Gunther's only going to have so many people. Cody's only going to have so many people.
Before you get bored.
Yeah, you're either going to have to build some people up for real, that can legitimately take these people on, or like you said, they're gonna have to. All right, look, he's beating everybody. We gotta take this title off of him and get it to the next person so that this can work or something. So hopefully, it's not like a year reign for Gunther, man. Just long enough where he still has his prestige, and it's like you losing it does not mean a thing. You'll get it back, kind of thing.
Oh, for sure. So I can see that because I feel like. They need to, at the same time as Gunther continue his reign, they need to build somebody up that they need to sit down and be like, okay, who do we have take this title off? Because I feel like a lot of wrestling bookers need to book like certain producers write TV shows. You need to know who is going to. You have to write backwards. That's how I write a lot of my scripts. When I used to do the whole What If series on YouTube. I write backwards. So it's like I knew how the video was going to end before I knew how it started. So I feel like with this title reign and Cody's title reign, they need to know how that is going to end before they even get there. Because that's the reason why a lot of TV shows fell off or fell flat with the revelations, like the mysteries and all that stuff, is because a lot of writers didn't know who the final revelation would be. So in this case, they need to build and know who's going to dethrone Gunther, and they need to know who's going to dethrone Cody, be it Roman again, The Rock. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be them, but I'm using them as examples. Like legit build somebody up to where it's like, okay, yeah, they're building them up to take the title off of them, and it's okay to execute it. Don't outsmart your audience. If they're going to win the title, don't delay the inevitable. Pull the trigger. I'm talking to you, Triple H, long-winded Levesque. like to let stuff drag for like 6 to 7 months. Like, brother, if the crowd is hot, pull the trigger.
Nah, I agree. That actually gives me a good question for the floor and for the chat.
Someone for the chat had a question. Britt had a question. I'm gonna pull it back up.
Yeah.
It broke off on the screen, but I'll read it. Do you guys ever think that Triple H skipped over a generation and is now focusing on our generation, millennials, his NXT kids? Long-term wise, if we are focusing on the future, how do we give the older generations another title run? You know, Gunther just beat Randy. Like, say, hey, John Cena is on this farewell tour. Do we give him another? Not we. I don't work there. Do they give him another title reign? Or do he use John Cena's final year to put the new kids over? That's a good question. Appreciate you, Britt.
For sure. I don't think he necessarily forgot, based off how commentary likes to point certain things out. It's always as if like a open door for a possibility in the future. Pretty sure we're gonna get that a lot with John Cena and his narrative of his final run. Club Shay even asked him about that, and he's just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not really up to me. I would like to, but it's almost like he's leaving the floor open for 17, but at the same time, he's kind of like, I'm gonna let it play out on whatever happens and be accepting about it. So, in other words, if he gets it, he's cool about it. He loves it. If not, he's cool about it. He loves it. He's just there to give his final run. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if they're necessarily overlooked or forgotten about per se in terms of like if they would win. But what do you fellas think?
They're not disrespecting them no more. I can tell you that. Like they used to. Like that's the reason why a lot of the legends left WWE in the first place, because they felt disrespected by the old regime. So they feel like now they're not burying the next generation, but at the same time they're not disrespecting the people who came before them either. So they're working on finding that balance.
I'm trying to think of what generation he might have skipped over. Because if we're talking about the idea of how we're booking veterans and legends versus newcomers, rookies, people that maybe just haven't gotten an opportunity yet.
I feel like he didn't skip over a generation. I feel like he's not focused on the past, if that makes sense. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, but I think it's okay to do things like that, i.e. Randy or Cena getting another title run. But I think what's most important and paramount is that Triple H and the writing team remain tapped into the pulse of what the people and what the fans are engaged in. So that way that they're still telling stories that people are compelled in, rather than telling the stories that they want to tell, and we're over here frustrated because we think this shit is stupid. Like, I don't know, Alberto Del Rio winning the greatest Royal Rumble or the biggest man Royal Rumble or whatever the fuck. Like it's just certain shit that was happening. You feel me? But okay, so boom, like Jay, Natty, Naomi, I like that. Okay, boom. So clarifying that, stuff like that.
Yeah, I had some questions. I was thinking like a Sheamus maybe, like a Sheamus.
I feel like Sheamus got his bag though, but Sheamus is in that crowd of these particular types of performers. But yeah, I think people that are in that kind of generation, Jay, Natty, Naomi, I don't. I feel like Naomi's booking, I would like for her to have better booking, for her to have better opportunities, 100%, right? But the other two, I'm like,
Naomi's booking hasn't been the best since her return. It would have been nice to see Jay have the title before they gave it to Braun. Poor Natty, she's legit the best women's wrestler and never gets used. It's sad. They've set Natty into the coach role. So it's kind of like I kind of accepted that she won't get a title again. As far as Jay, I do feel like they probably should have. Honestly, and this was basically where they put themselves into a hole. It was either have Gunther lose the title before WrestleMania to Jay and have Jay versus Jimmy be for the title, or basically let Sammy hold the title, but then they wasn't going to book Jay versus Sammy for the title to possibly do a heel turn because they're the two top baby faces. So it was kind of a situation where they pretty much didn't have no choice but to delay Jay's singles title win. They're still teasing it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look,
And
you
then,
see, LA Knight just did a
and then
whole
as far as
challenge.
Naomi's booking, it's kind of a mixed bag. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I see both sides of the spectrum. It's like we have a lot of people who are just as talented, if not no disrespect, more talented a little bit in certain aspects that are coachable. I'm just playing devil's advocate to try to explain why they're inconsistent with her booking. I mean, I would love to see Naomi in a more prominent role for the women's title. Some people may hate this, but I wouldn't mind a Natty heel turn. Not a Natty heel turn, a Naomi heel turn. To kind of
I wouldn't mind either one.
freshen it up. Or either one, but I wouldn't mind freshening it up or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's more so, yeah. I understand people's frustrations with Naomi's booking. But at the same time, I'm not. You said what?
I'm not gonna lie. If those women's tag team titles were trios tag team titles, that she would have been in there with Bianca and Jade. But since it's obviously a 2-title thing, she's just kind of like hanging out, kind of thing. But what can you do?
Yeah.
They'll mess around and have Naomi win the speed title.
You know, you
That
joke
part.
about that, but that probably might happen for real.
That
Don't
might
be surprised.
she's booked strong when she's with Jade and Bianca when they're doing the whole big three thing, but when it's just Naomi, it's like they can't get her over the hump. I would like to see them kind of switch gears with her character and have her go in another direction, just to kind of freshen it up a little bit. Because like when she was healed before, she was great. So why not?
What was that? The Team Bad era?
It was
Yeah.
Team Bad, and it was
Yeah.
even a little bit before then, because even before that formed, she was healed. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think back when Nikki was champ, it kind of happened. Or Paige, one of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was talking about that.
Yeah. And you know,
And even before she went full, I'm about to say, I'm sorry. Even
go
before
ahead,
she
bro.
went full glow, she was still kind of leaning towards the heel a little bit when that first initial SmackDown live thing happened.
Mhm.
But then,
Oh,
when she got injured, that's when they went full throttle.
Yeah.
Than that, so
Yeah, she expressed she would like to go to do that at least one more time in her career. So we could see it happen somewhere down the line, hopefully.
someone asked, why are we trying to give titles to wrestlers that are more known, like Jay or Naomi? Don't get me wrong, they're great talent, but in my opinion, they don't need titles on them. It should be on other titles. Don't you want your champions to be known?
I think it's the dynamic of which does this title and story serve at this time? Is it the man making the title or the title making the man?
Okay.
You feel me? So you can have a healthy balance of both. You know what I'm saying? But I think you would want at some point for your champions to have a bunch of star power so you can draw in the people and the fans to the show. And then boom, when there's an up and coming performer that hasn't had an opportunity yet and they make a name for themselves by beating the person,
The known person.
Yeah, to be the man,
Yeah.
you got to beat the man, right? So
Yeah.
like,
It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's an
Beauty and the
excellent
Beast.
point. It's an excellent point, bro. And I just ended with this, bro. When I say, at the end of the day, when you look at where they are right now, it's like you said. Think about time. Think about Enzo and Cass. Perfect examples. Over is all get out when that music hit for either act. You knew crowds were going crazy. Yet they never won gold, but they never needed to. So sometimes you don't need the gold to be over, But like you said, it's just nice sometimes when you have
Yeah,
somebody
it's
you actually
nice.
care about.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have that person you're rooting for to win. That's why I don't ever get on the hate train now that Liv Morgan is the women's world champion, because I'm like, the way that her fans were like rallying for her to win the title, or the way a lot of people disrespected her SmackDown Women's title reign for her to have this interesting version. It's like, it's like, yo, it's good to see that the person you're supporting is champion.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like with me, with when our truth, when like we were at in Philly when our truth and Miz won the Raw Tag Team titles. We was like, the guy that you rock with is finally winning the title in front of you. Then you both losing, and you like, yeah, let's go. Stuff like that's what I'm saying. It's like someone that you support. You can't wait. Like Zelina Vega fans, I see people rallying for Zelina Vega. I see people rallying for all these other people to win. Yeah, Dakota Kai. Some people are rallying for Tegan Knox to get an opportunity. Like, I see people rallying for people, and it's like when it finally happens, you be like, "Yo, finally!" And I can't knock y'all for that.
Yeah.
I saw someone on YouTube. Forgive me, I'm a noob, but why does it seem like Bianca has to carry Jade every match? Does she need hand holding? Yes, they balance each other out. We discussed this earlier. Like, she's in the ring with the right person. Like, you have to, because if she was thrown out there and not known the WWE way, or basically be more confident in the ring, a lot of people, not you who gave the comment, but a lot of people will shit on it. So WWE is going a safe route and like having her in the tag team, and then eventually she's going to break out into the solo, because they've even had a few solo. She's had a few solo encounters with Nia Jax, of course the squash matches that she had with like Chelsea Green and all that, and Piper. She had a great match with Piper. Piper led her to a great match. So it's like, give it time. Like, one thing about Triple H, as long as he be waiting to to pull the trigger, I understand the direction of where he's going when it comes to like certain people, like not going full throttle with him. He want to make sure like, hey, I'm watching you. You're comfortable. Now let's go to work. Yeah. There's a reason why this company has been around for so long when it comes to in-ring wise, because they know the producers and the people who are actually respect, like, that's the reason why Black and Gold NXT worked so well before they went to 2 hours. It's because they's like, okay, you're ready, you're not ready. You're ready, you're not ready. It's all about a waiting game when it comes to that. But yeah, it's good that Bianca does help Jade a lot, but I wouldn't say necessarily she carries her. They both hold their own weight, if that makes sense to
Play a role.
the guy who they play their role perfectly, like we said at the top of the show. So. But yeah, this is a great conversation. All that stuff is more so a wait and see type of situation. Obviously, when it comes to wrestling, we're fans like everybody else. We have to basically we can only wish and hope. But hey, man, it is what it is. But before we get up out of here, because it was a fun post show, that is pretty much our thoughts and opinions on WWE Bash in Berlin. Solid show. You got NXT No Mercy tomorrow. Will we go live? I'm not going to promise y'all that, but it will go down tomorrow because it's later in the day. So that's what I'm saying. If we don't go live, we'll give our thoughts on Tuesday. For those of you who don't know, who are new around here, we go live usually every Tuesday after NXT, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you listen to your podcast, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, Twitter. Nah, Britt, you good. She said, "Why spam y'all who chat? I talk too much." No, you are good. Like, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us in the chat. But oh my God, Graham, what you got going on?
Hey,
Oh man, I ain't got nothing going on, P. You feel me? Y'all be doing y'all thing on Tuesdays. You feel me? Public Enemies live and direct Thursdays. If y'all want to come and slide through with me and my guys over there, you feel me? Chop it up for about around 90 minutes or so about wrestling and shenanigans and shit like that. You feel me? Yeah. I got something that I got a verse that I need to record after we get off here. Actually, before I do that, I gotta take my daughter to go get some edge control. That's what I gotta do. I gotta go take my baby to go get some edge control. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna record this verse because I got some shit on the way. But hey, man, tap in with the gang, bro. Oh my God, Graham, you feel me? I'm everywhere like air. Fuck with me.
You know, highlight what you got going on this upcoming week outside of the show.
It's a pretty smooth week coming up this week, man. We're getting ready to go into a holiday week, really, for the most part. So just the
Labor
vibes,
Day.
really. Labor Day, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be
I hope
sleep.
everybody. Exactly, you know what I mean? Well, I might be at a pool party cookout, might not be, but if I'm not, I'll probably be doing the same thing this man's doing. Who knows? You know, either that or laying some verses because you know your boy got a late 16. But hey dog, you already know, man. Just tap in with me. We do got a mixtape dropping next Friday. I will say that. So you know, y'all just keep it locked on that one. But aside from that, man, holla at your boy.
You already know, and then you already know we're gonna be plugging it. If you haven't already, make sure you scan that QR code so you subscribe to the audio format of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. We are on the road to 100 episodes. We just dropped 85 solid episodes so far. That is I did not expect to do that. If you add the original version of the podcast, that's over almost 200 episodes that I've produced in general. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you tap in with independent international wrestler Ruthless Lala every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Oh Shit Here We Go Again podcast. That's where she practically have a guest co-host. She originally had Rich Swann as the co-host, but contract negotiations kind of made him pull out of it. But she's working on getting a new co-host. But that's every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, same time, same place. The only difference is on the YouTube side is youtube.com/@Gresh Digital Media instead of Gresh Unleashed. That's because it's Gresh Unleashed podcast. It's not me. That's pretty much the home of all me podcasts, even though she has me on there for no fucking reason. But that's neither here nor there. Last question before you guys leave. Do y'all think this pay-per-view should have had a return or a debut like Motor City Machine Gun? No, it was perfect. No. It was fine. No overdo it. And I also saw your question earlier where you was like, did this show outdo Emergence last night? I did not watch Emergence. Sorry, TNA.
Yes. I was. You know what's funny, bro? I was gonna text you like, dang, TNA got a pay-per-view too, like, and I was about to be
Listen,
like, bro,
I was not the fuck out. I ain't even gonna hold you.
What the heck did I do yesterday?
I watched SmackDown when it was live because I watched like the sports, the TNT sports, and then I dipped. And I did something else, and then I made the mistake of laying down. Once you get in that sweet spot, you fall asleep and you never wake up. And I woke up. I think I woke up. It was like 10 p.m. I was like, well, I missed that. Everything else. Well, fuck it. All right, go. Let me go back to sleep. But now I might watch it because I got TNA Plus, so I might just pull it up and just and watch it like while I'm editing this.
AJ Francis, Casey Navarro versus ABC for the tag titles, and Zachary Wentz won the X Division Championship.
Yeah, so he's going into No Mercy tomorrow as X Division champion. So
that makes. I'm gonna have to change that prediction, bro.
So he got a little bro Wesley. Yeah, little bro, that nigga. I can't wait. Yeah, come out there with the belt. Yeah, you used to have one of these, didn't you?
He could have said, it would have been cool if Wesley still had the North American title right now. This would have been a crossover amongst champions, but dang, my boy ain't got nothing.
Wesley ain't winning that title off Oba.
No, he not, because he wouldn't beat him if that was the case. So it's just like, well.
Nah. But yeah, man. If y'all haven't already tapped in, make sure you guys tap into Public Enemies Podcast, tap into Highlight Life, tap into yours truly. It's Gresh, AO is Gresh on everywhere else because it's Gresh. Like my name is too common nowadays, and I am I am not Jonathan Gresham. I have hair, so you guys don't have to keep using that joke. It's played out. But other than that, yo, man, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us 1,000 deep. We appreciate y'all rocking with us across all streaming platforms. JBL showing up in TNA, that was also crazy. We're definitely gonna.
Okay.
So you already know. But other than that, yo, you guys stay safe. Hopefully you guys just enjoy wrestling as much as possible. But make sure you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And basically remember to always, like we always say, eat, sleep, flex, and repeat, and actually stop being weird. But we